Hello. This game, it's called Pillars of Eternity. What we got over here? Oh. Do you want to copy the royal extra content? Continue. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good start. I can't even move my mouse. Look at it. Oh, look at the little hand in the middle. This is great. I think I probably shouldn't have done that. Copy complete. What does that do? Copy complete. Wait. Shit, I did it again. Ah. Why do I do this to myself? Why does it even have to do this, man? This is a good start. Good start to this game, man. Copying Royal Edition content. Please wait. Royal copy complete. New game. We got story time. Easy. Normal. Let's just do normal because I'm a normal bish. Accept. I don't know what this game's about. I just saw it and I'm like, let's try it. All I know is that it's an RPG. Remember, guys, to hydrate. Ooh. Priests are dedicated support spellers? Spellcasters.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Oh no, I'm sick. But who am I? I'm a male. Next. Human, Oromamo, Dwarf, Elf, Orlan, Godlike. The hell's godlike? Who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. Those aspects may take many forms and often come with a mystical power. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it's near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Let's just be a basic human bitch. Meadow, ocean, or savanna? Savanna folk, Natalan, come originally from the south of the equator, and with the exception of some groups that migrated north, have remained in the same location for over 10,000 years. The name Natal literally means original. While quite common in reed sierras, savanna folk are not usually seen in the dry wood and the Valian republics. Fighting spirit once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced below 50. You know what? Sounds good to me. Oops. We got Barbarian, Aridin, Paladins, Chanter. All chanters can continue to speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build a chanter's power until they could use an invocation. Alright. There's a ranger. Fighter. You know what? Let's be a paladin. I don't know how any of this works. Never mind, I don't want to be a paladin. Wizard? Ah, D&D stuff. I'm not very good at D&D because I don't really know much about it. Grit. Paladin. Gold Pack Knights. I don't even know what this is, but go. Flames of Devotion. Calls upon the paladin's inner fire, causing their equipped weapon to burst into flame and add burning damage to their next attack. Fueled solely by belief, the paladin is able to heal with the touch of his or her hands, recovering a substantial amount of endurance for the paladin or an ally within range. Okay. Oops. Highly recommended for paladin. Okay. They say it's highly recommended. Probably shouldn't put that much points in there. Constitution. Sounds good to me. Wait. I have 12 intelligence. The idea Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Adir is at its heart and housing the majority of its human and elven nations. Whee! Huh? +1 resolve dext. I don't feel like reading every single little tidbit because I don't. Let's just do the Erder. You were part of the group that founded the fledgling colony in a distant land. You lived your life amongst the nobility. Your days have been marked by lavish meals and extravagant parties. Your conversation peppered with talk of pedigree and bloodlines. Sounds boring. A mercenary. Blade in battle is your way of life. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. Sounds good. Perfect. That's me right there. And this portrait doesn't even match what my character looks like. Perfect. Secondary. Brown.
Ready when you are. You're mine. I'll go on ahead.
Quickly and quietly.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Yes, leading the way.
Ugh.
They'll never know I'm here.
What is it?
Follow me.
Stand together!
Easy does it.
Now I am the leader of the group. Let's go!
Steady does it.
Sounds good to me. My name is Greg McGregington. Gregton? No, Gregington. Sounds good. Greg McGregington. Journey to Gilded Vale. Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jaws quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you are planning a stroll through those ruins up there. Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood? Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business.
Oh.
And not if the weather holds up.
There's a concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. Where would I find these berries?
Grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond, so I hear.
Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
What are those huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from?
No.
Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go see to those berries.
Hold on.
What?
Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
Scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at a lengthy on a sturdy armor-clad woman who has spent the journey nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beowick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
I'm gonna keel.
Sure.
I'm keeling. How do I... How does this work?
Can't use WASD to move the camera.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Why are you selling shit?
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road. Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
I forgot. That's what my character looks like.
Let's check by those out.
Oh shit! Let's check by the what? How's this work? Pillars of Eternity Combat uses a pausable real-time system because you will often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume in real time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. Examples: the start of combat. Attack. That wolf.
What you need?
Okay.
Outcroppings.
Kill it. One of your characters' combat uses a pausable. Yeah. One of the characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengage attack from the enemies. Engaging them, the characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attack against them with melee weapons.
Let's check by those out.
Die. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrate enemies' damage reduction. When an attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it. Oh, you'll hear your characters complain about it. When it happens, take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that does different damage type.
Outcroppings.
Kill it. We did it. Dude, I'm walking like a freaking. How do I slow this down?
This is it.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh. Got it. You look like you've seen your share of action. What did you do before you came out here? I was a blade for hire. Yeah, how's it? You happy to come here? I've never been much good at anything else, but I need to go where there's work that pays. You do what you can to survive. What else can someone be expected to do? Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radrick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle. That's the rest of the lot. It's hard to pass up. You won't find many offers like it in these parts, but believe me. Got me some big plans in store. Got some big plans in store? I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Completely spontaneous, huh? Interesting. Well, there's probably no hurry to make up your mind. They've got an inn in Gilded Vale that'll put you up as long as you need, or so my sister tells me. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odema? Give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Alright. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He's done what he feels like when he feels like it. You should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down the way. Come on, let's get you some water. Get some water. What the hell is this? Burnt lady. How do I slow this down? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's way too slow. What's this? Party AI.
Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kaliska waits nearby. Keeping watch as you rise, you notice her look up. Sharply towards the tree line. You've gained an item. Full water skin added to stash. Out of the trees emerged Sparfle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with a labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an empty flag. Oh, shit!
Ambush!
Oh, no! I'll take that guy out, and you take that guy out. Go. Epic battle.
Let's go.
Attack. Die.
Back to camp.
Hold on, we gotta loot. Quickly, back to camp. Oh, yeah. Quickly. Oh, shit. The corpse is cold to the touch and a ripe smell of wasp. Yoink. A dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen cloth. Oh, shit. Back to camp. Oh, God. There's more people. Kill the archer. Can I use anything? Oh. What's this do? Knockdown? Knock him down. You did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at all these knives and shit. It's called loot, dog.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knives' hilts. Splayed and bug-eyed and filthy, Kaleska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard, tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hiodan, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you'll lose. Lore 1. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Irgalaf. Oops. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Resolve 15. Go ahead, kill him. Do it. The man hesitates and his eyes narrow as he studies you. What kind of coward asks for his own man to be killed? The kind who will be enraged by it, that no amount of pain will stop him from beating you so savagely that you will carry the disfigurement into your next life. Again, he hesitates. He looks off to the side, frowning as if reevaluating his strategy. With a deep breath, the man meets your gaze. You first, then. He shoves Hiodan towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Hiodan's torso. Hiodan screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised. Oh shit.
How can I help?
Oh shit and fard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Kill him. We did it, guys. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked signs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tets like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin. Where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rendering you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the hollowing maelstrom, slashed across chest and bow, Obdima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Where's inside? Oh. Oh no. You scored a crit. Strain against the gale that threatens to pull you off of your feet. With every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rocks and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With the last burst of energy before your arms gives out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Yudin trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who have been feigning death lunges for Yudin and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Yudin lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind from your position. If you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting him. Hitting your mark. Throw your weapon. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hyoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hyoden clambers up the base of the rock as he nears the top. However, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They held just long enough for Hyoden and to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rock beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Escape the ruins. Lower level of the ruin has been blocked off by fallen rubble.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Windstorm of a kind they only get in Glafith. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The word for Glafam word is Beowak. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out, but they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Who attacked us? Glanfathans. Those would be hut dwellers. I gotta get a blanket. My feetsies are cold. Oh yeah, blanket time. Cozy. Perfect. Where were we? Hut dwellers. Odema warned you about. Looked to the fangs of Gallowin. Who's the twitchiest of the lot? They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Dima, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. We trespassed? I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hotheads, glanfams don't attack without being provoked. Either way, they saw something and got the wrong idea, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need to know, or need right now. What about everyone else? The wheels got a hold of them now. Gods grant them better luck in their next life. Don't seem too upset. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. Maybe I seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking because there's nothing else to be done. Okay. He then takes a step forward and his knees buckle, and before anyone can catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheek striking the time-worn cobbles. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up the wall and back to his feet, but his stance is shaky, like a sailor walking on land after a time at sea.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. Seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glonfathens were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either gotta find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
Klaska's right.
I'll do my best.
What if we go left anyways?
Where'd that slime come from?
Yoink. It's mine now. Hee hee. Yoink. Slime. Slime. Oh shit, it's a thing. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear, and knobbly elbows and then thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zorip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emitting from the back of its throat. Creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Slowly back away. The Zurip watches warily as you go. Oh shit! Time to die. Die! Bitch. Yoink. Mine now. You've gained a quest item. A relief gem added to the stash. Ooh. The hell is this?
Tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
The roundish symbol, I'm pretty sure I saw it on the thing back there. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Fucking fast as hell, boy. Oh my god, what's this? Lesser black ooze. Kill it. Binding strike.
What?
Kill it.
Yeah.
Cool. Ooze. Delicious.
Sure.
Where'd that slime
mark
come
on the
from?
wall?
The hell is this? A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down the wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clean out the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. You lost a water skin. Place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to rumble. Stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives away. Oh shit! Kill it! Oh. Yeah. Die. Die, ooze. Yeah. Okay, it's dead. Can I turn the camera? Mm-hmm. No, okay. Am I not?
Huh?
Oh. Okay. Oh shit! Whoops. Oops. When party members reduces 0 endurance, they are knocked out. They mean they are out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye on the bar to the left of the character's portrait to prevent them from being maimed or killed. Oh.
Attack.
Lay of hands.
Attack.
I laid your hands, bro. Does this guy have a weapon? What happened to his weapon? Does he just... Huh? Crafting. Food. Potions. Rolls. This is me. Alright, you're gonna use this. Is this a two-hander? Yeah. Is it a one-hander? Yeah. I have a mace. What's this? What's this? What's this guy do? What is he? What are you? I don't even know what kind of class this dude is. The hell is Gaun's Pledge? Oh. Whipped. Hunting bow. Why do you have a weapon set 2 that's a freaking another dagger? You have a bow. Stay a while and listen. Breastplate. How am I supposed to get through this? Because it just blew up on that one.
Wait,
Oh! I didn't hear it. Went too fast. Kill it.
do you hear that?
Die, bitch. Killed an oversized rat. Skulker ear?
Right. I might
be
be
a
able to
shortcut.
break through here if I were feeling better.
Huh? A crack runs along the wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Use a hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. You set to work. The cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you expected. Sweat beads to your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Continue to chiseling. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With the final tap, several blocks of stone shift, then tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors. Oh.
I could scout ahead. Let's go. See what's around the corner.
Kill him. Yeah.
Huh? Attack. Attack. Attack.
Bruised ribs? How do you solve these?
How can I help? Could have gone better.
No shit.
I'll be quiet.
They're going bad.
There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
We're going bad. What if we all stealth up? Let's go. Stealth mode. Go. Oh! Do it. We did it. Oh. You're supposed to go around, not walk through like an idiot. There's a dead guy. A helmet. Ooh, helmet. Oh, shit. What's this? A rapier. Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. We call them bat chickens. But chickens. 12 to 17 crush damage. Crush. Scouting mode is used both for stealth and for finding hidden objects like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character's selection circles will start to fill with yellow when the character is starting to detect them. Once the circle fills yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate while the circle fills red. If the circle becomes fully red, your character will be discovered. A character's ability to find hidden objects is based on his or her mechanic skills. A higher mechanic skill allows them to find objects at a greater distance. Moving towards a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selection circle of a character with your own, you will immediately be detected. Oh. Eight deflection. Detect this. Can this guy use a bow, a crossbow? Well, let's give it a shot. Resolve effects concentration. Huh. I think it's rest time. Huh? Camping allows your party to restore lost health and receive a camping bonus. Camping will consume a camping supply. Sure. Oh, shit. Fire.jpg. 8 hours has passed. Oh. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure, a chiseled hydra, and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out amongst them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you've ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
The book.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Oh, shit. It looks like a freaking concrete mixer. What are they doing? Okay. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and a pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. Oh! You open your eyes to a different place another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below. Its shimmering texture gives the illusion of boundless depths. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robes, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something that you want to ask him. One question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. Who are you? Wait, are these people dead? You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your peripheral, but when you turn to look, you see no signs of whatever it is. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that. Involuntarily paranoid tick. If this is sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. Fatigue? I thought I just rested. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place. Flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. One of your characters is fled and become fatigued, represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of a demanding activity, and the character is most commonly received as an injury when a character is knocked out, but some scripted interactions will result in fatigue if they are especially grueling. Fatigue goes through multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties but grow in severity over time. Resting is the easiest way to remove the effects of fatigue, though some consumables can also remove fatigue. Oh, okay. Yudan and Kaleska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. No! You are alone and far from help. A gilded veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. No! Are they dead? Hella dead? Hey, your character leveled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your character has earned enough experience to advance a level. Click on the icon on their portrait to level them up. Okay. How's this work? I clicked on it. Durr. Oh, this button? Oh. Stealth allows your character. Let's just put 1 point in there. Perfect. Sounds good. No new classes unlocked. Talents can be used to customize character beyond your class ability choices. Some talents modify existing abilities, but others add new abilities of their own. A subset of talents are class specific, but most can be taken by characters of any class. Untroubled faith. Deflection? Paladin's belief become more than a sum of his or her actions, negating the reputations that negatively influence faith and convictions. What? I read this and it just goes through one brain cell to the next. I don't know. Next. Oh. We got class, defense, utility. Endurance. By adapting the strict discipline of a fighter, the character is able to pace himself in combat, steadily regaining endurance over time. Greater lay of hand. Sounds good to me. Done. Oh, these guys are dead.
Mm-hmm.
After leveling up, you may want to review their statistics. Open the character sheet to see their attributes, skills, abilities, and talents in the greater detail. What? What? Nani? I got athletics. I have no survival though. I'm a bitch. Oh well. They're dead. No skin off my back. Oh shit! Yoink. Okay. Is this guy burning? Huh? Where am I? This is... Oh. This massive structure is formed of stone, edgerite, and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll show you an unusual energy. Rip these guys. Bye. Can I go back this way? Huh. Where do I go? I don't think I'm supposed to go this way. I'm so fast. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Can I? Oh, that won't work. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to sleep again. Time to go Mimi's. Mimi time. Where's the bodies? They're gone. Rest. Oh, shit. Eight hours have passed. What happened to the bodies? Oh, I'm just, is this where I'm at right now? That sounds good to me. Time to loot. Zerula.
Nice and slow.
What the hell is this? Oh. River Reed. Oh shit! It's an outlaw. Die, bitch. Hua! Epic battle. Die.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Look, 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 look. Let's go. Ooh, a sword. Oh, shit. A poleaxe. Well to 17. Slashing damage. 12 to 17, piercing damage. 10 to 14, piercing damage. I killed that outlaw. What he gets for looking at me funny. Northwest to Garen Grasp, south to Gilded Vale. Huh. Oh shit.
keeping quiet.
Oh shit. Die. Heal. Shattered pieces of crates are strewn across the dirt. Oh. Did I already loot that guy? Quick save.
Let's go.
Die, bear. Oh shit. Oh. You died. All right, don't fight that bear.
Sure.
See ya. That bear hurts. Two swings and I was dead. Ah. Freaking bear. Who the hell is this guy?
Greetings.
This man appears to be hurried, dismantling his camp in quick, jerky motions. He looks up at you as you approach. His expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to the Gala de Vale. Hard luck, I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep on the road and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. Tell him he got mauled by a bear. Who are you? Name's Nanton. Born and raised in Guild Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. We were following a stag, Pearly. He saw something in the brambles and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bears were on top of him before we knew what was happening. Where'd you find this bear? In a cave, a ways up there. He points northwest. Over there. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Bye. Can I examine him? Nope. To the Gilded Vale. It will take 8 hours. Okay. I'm here at the Gilded Vale. What does the hotkeys do? Wow. This is a hanging tree.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Huh. I feel at home already.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
Well, one would have to have sex to be able to have a baby.
Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst. His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. You won't want to mind where you mention that. Trespassers at Inkwith ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath has mercy. We certainly have. I don't think so. It just says they finished. There was a bivouac. If you've been that close to a bivouac, you wouldn't be standing here. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. I've been feeling kind of strange ever since a close call with the bivouac. Is there someone in town who can help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
What the F and A?
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead,
okay,
you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pickpocket. You said something about the Hollowborn on Widewind's legacy before. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Direwood for almost 15 years now. His voice lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. Pitiful dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they begin spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Waidwen's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. I see. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Oh, shit.
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
Sorry.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
My ignorance. I don't know what any of that means.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy is struck at the heart of the Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled. Oh, don't threaten me, little man. What happened? I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest, the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Oh no! Can I loot their bodies? What if not the baby? Maybe Korlax managed to, I'm so fast. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers and notes half erased by the rains.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
I'm looking for someone who can help me feel better. Oh. Welcome to our lovely village. Yeah, there's a freaking tree with a bunch of dead bodies. Very lovely indeed. See 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hand for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
What's going on here? One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Ideri manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Adrians. Adrian, yep, I'm gonna call him Adrians. The woman looks you up and down, and that means you too, don't push it.
Go on.
Shit.
Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
Oh no. This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking? We don't take orders from any blazing Adrians. We don't take charity neither. I squint at you through red, blurry eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Oh shit! Oh shit and fard. Alright. Die, assholes.
Let's go.
Oh god, that guy blew up. Oh, okay. As the last of the attackers fall, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
That was fun.
Then I can't imagine you lack for entertainment in these parts.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of furring embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near the ruins.
In Gwithan ruins?
Yep.
Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
I'm trustworthy. I found a bivouac.
And you survived?
Yep.
I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. That. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I try to tell them, they misheard me. It happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he could speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Yeah. I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. And he has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
You don't look exactly like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
We should be going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Party member. Is this Matt Mercer voice? Sounds like it. Could be mistaken though. Let's go inside.
I shall.
In the door we go.
Hail and well met.
Greetings and welcome to Black Hound Inn. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have two available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by the way of a good meal today, she sighs. Unless you found of cold portage. Anyone looking for work? Oh. Well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone, I would be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. Level 1 adventurer. CP. Oh. In the party management screen, you can see what your allies are up to when they aren't in the party. If you assign them to adventures, you can see how long it will take for them to complete their assignment. Recalling a companion or adventurer from a mission before it's complete will forfeit all of the potential rewards for that mission or assignment. Oh.
Farewell. I shall.
The common room. Lasts for 2 rests. Inns allow characters to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the most expensive options. Bonus they provide lasts for a long time and affect the entire party. Oh.
Good day, stranger.
Let me know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We've got a lot of new faces in here, too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. He even left his poor hound behind. That's the name. See, the Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs, pinning after him. Poor old girl. You only serve porridge. Olaf looks at you and shakes his head quickly. It isn't by choice, I assure you. We used to serve some of the finest meals in the Drywood. We've had a damnable run of luck, and it's been a bad season for the crops, and we're running low on supplies. I sent Tenfrith up north and stock up. Tenfrith, our cook, you see, an artist with a good roast, but it's been days since he's supposed to return, and we haven't seen any signs of him. I've only just taken over from the last owner and myself. I don't know what I'll do if he doesn't show up. I can look for him. Really? I'll be grateful to you if he did. He was traveling through the Valewood. It's probably nothing, a broken wheel maybe, but I do worry. Late for dinner. And who are you then? Another fool coming to answer Redrick's invitation? Our great Laura has my sister run out of town after the Boyers was born. It was the only family that left. Not sure where she's now. Blazes, I need another drink. Oh shit. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. Oh shit. You see a woman's emptying her satchel onto her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout the room haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack the one item after the other. Careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears echo from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can in the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen, anyone hitting out on a high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance. A tiny speck of an island tries not to jump. As you near, you feel vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Huh? You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction and use of a bow. He holds it up, pointing out each part of his as he speaks about it and what he does. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are, and takes his place about 200 feet away. He carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he is doing as he does, and lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. He smiles, walking towards the boys, talking about proper stance and how to most effectively hold the bow. A noise comes from the tree line near their practice venue, and he stops, scanning the woods, blue eyes squinting across the sun. A shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up the shot, carefully tracking the motion of the hidden creature. Loosing the arrow, he wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boy spins, watching the arrow fly into the forest. Immediately lost among the trees, there is sudden, explosive movement in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across the edges of the clearing. The boys laugh, turning to joke with the man about the lousy shot. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with a knocked arrow. They drop to the ground as he looses that last arrow, which flies true and straight, strikes the deer's right behind its shoulder, piercing his heart and lungs and dropping it dead almost immediately. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds and then slowly turn to look at the man, a newfound respect in their eyes. He smiles again and breathes a quiet sign of relief. Okay. I feel like this is like a big ass building. Grab a drink, friend. Not much of us is in the world. Says a woman from Thielen. Hey, we said we wouldn't mention Thielen. How about mention D's nuts and... Hey. Please leave me be. I'm full of sickness with what I have seen of this place and people.
I'll have it in no time. I'll have it in no time. I'll see what I can do. I'll
10 years of dawn. Sheesh! I'm not gonna read that. Yoink. Sheesh! His bones are covered in tiny bite marks. Doggy! This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Pet the dog. The dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. I could use a good dog. Here, girl. The dog ears perks up. It trots over to you, barks happily. You have gained an item. Black hound added to inventory. I have a dog in my inventory. This small dog has a glossy black coat and a affable disposition. She trots along at your heels, gazing up devotedly whenever you come to a stop. Can I... Oh, look. Cool.
How may I help? I'm glad we're traveling together too, but isn't this a bit much?
We got different pets.
Huh?
I'll see what I can do.
Lockpicks required 3/party members 8. Do you want to pick the lock?
The work of a moment.
Cool, free loot. Sloppy. I've got a dog. Where's this go? Okay. go back downstairs. This dog is small. I thought it would be huge. Doink. What'd she say if I have the dog?
Good day to you.
Give me a room, dog. Let's spend labor's rest. Spend money on it. Yep. Because I can. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of a gilded veils, the gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the trees is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like a moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side as you look at her. She looms larger and larger in your mind until she is merely inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf's woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with new, queasy apprehensions, you feel as a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Gotta see if she's dead. Do 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 do. Oh shit, she's glowing. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from the thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surrounding, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, see she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you. Have you come
here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, then, to not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
Oh shit, I'm a cook. I only watch. What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on. And those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What? When their bodies were other bodies? Huh? What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing.
Indeed.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number. But I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, the raspy, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Other questions?
Of course, dear.
My question is farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Greg McGregington was granted Crucible of the Soul. Are you alright? You seem lost. You seemed lost just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that's interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect that explains how you survived a bivouac. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. As you just demonstrated. Oh shit, well. Damage reduction. Flames of devotion. Done.
Yeah.
This looks like a face of a watcher.
17 and a half.
What?
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
Sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the door woman?
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
You know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're gonna be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Oh. Saints War, only one in my lifetime. Fellow decides he's living in incarnation of Aethothus, overthrows Reed Sirras, marches on dry wood, so we gave him a dry wooden hello. What's that?
We blew him up.
Oh. Cool. Who is Aetholos, god of rebirth and redemption, formerly anyhow? Maybe they call him something different where you're from. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Ridgick sent men down here the other day, said they had it on a good authority. Someone in town was working with Kolisk, plotting Redrick's overthrow. He said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'll hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Redrick, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea.
Oh.
Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
See why I was eager to leave? Who's Kolisk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking? We could travel together. Oh wait. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Wade Warden's legacy started with Wadewind. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Someplace called Kaidua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I've ever heard one.
All right then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Hey, party member. Party member. Party member. Damn, he's got a lot of health. Oh, I guess we all have a lot of health. Party. Party member.
All right then.
Huh?
I have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands. It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
This is outrageous. I came a long way. You should have no problem continuing on. Trust me when I say it would be best if you were not here when Radric men are dispatched from his hold. They will be looking for anyone who might have brought the legacy upon us, whose very presence might have polluted his wife's womb, and they will extinguish all possibilities. Tell me about Radric. He comes from a line of nobles who had defended these lands since Adra's time. Radric II was an early supporter of the Drawidians' independence during the Revolution, and the current Lord's fathers perished in the Saints' War. Hollowborn began appearing in the Drywood shortly after the war's end. Lord Radric has taken it upon himself to purge the curse from Gilded Vale. His measures have been severe but necessary. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to have been enough to protect his heir. The Saints' War, our age's most egregious example of men's madness. 15 years ago, the people of Ritsiras decided that Waidwen, their living saint, was the literal incarnation of the gods Aetheris. Urgent winkles his pinched nose. This supposed saint took it upon himself to liberate the Drywoods, supposedly from allegiances to less worthy gods, but I've never known an army to conquer a land for its people's own god. Good. The war lasted about a year, but you can guess what that year did to the worship of Aetheris in the Drywood. Lord Radric's forebears had all been Eothonians? I don't know what that word is. But after his father fell defending us from those fanatics, he personally saw that the temple of Aetheris, Ethos, here in town was shut down. He points to a If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands the rules. I'd like to know more about the Vale. For a frontier village, we are most settlements in the Drywood. Gilded Vale hasn't grown much since its establishment. In the colonial days in the last 15 years have seen our population shrink further. Indeed. Hence our recruitment of fresh settlers. Why has Gilded Vale's population been shrinking? I mean, there's 18 people hanging right here. Waidwen's legacy. Of course, many women had been in difficulty bearing healthy children of late. A few years ago, Lord Radric decreed that no mothers of Hollowborn are to be allowed in Gilded Vale. His mouth tightens into a firm line. His lordship dealt swiftly with the objectors. It may be harsh, but if it purges us of this curse, it's not worth it. Is it not worth it? Tell me about those ruins behind the tree. That's what left of the Temple of Eothas. Lord Rajak forbade worship of the dead god after the Saints' War. It's been abandoned for almost 15 years, but there are plans to rededicate. Yeah, that's it. To Barath, the god of life and death. Abandoned because some nice lord decided to pull it down because he was scared of its god even after it died. Barath's good choice, though. I like it. Barath believes in cycles. I like to think that's what happened to that temple. Will get repaid someday, too. Goodbye. Windmill. Black Hammer Smithery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, shit. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past. Jesus. You see a crowded marketplace, vendor stalls lining the road. Their proprietors' voices call out to the passersby to come sample their wares. This woman wanders through the throngs, strolling hand in hand with another woman. They peruse the vendor's goods, tailing a book, a merchant with a number of old, beautiful gnomes, chatting with one another about what they see. One will pick up a book and show it to the other, who will take it, comment on it, and place it back on its shelf. Then the first will snatch up the book again and quickly pay the merchant before the other can snatch it back. They walk away from the market weighed down by a pack filled with books. Still hand in hand, standing close, comfortable, and familiar with each other. As they pass down somewhat deserted street, an object suddenly hits this woman in the chest and bounces off. Rolling away towards one of the buildings, the woman stops and looks at the object, an apple, and then back up at the person who threw it. There's nothing special about him aside from the angry look on his face and the two other apples he holds. Before either woman can move, the man draws back and throws another one at them, this time hitting the second woman in the forehead. He yells at them something devised and hateful, something about a legacy and about responsibilities. The woman raises her hand to her head and wipes the juice and bits of fruit from her face and stares the man down defiantly. The first woman squeezes her hand and puts the other on her companion's shoulder. Attempting to calm her down, the other woman pulls a book from her pack and holds it before her. Muttering under her breath, she pulls her hand free and waves it above the book. An aura forming around her, the first woman is still trying to calm her down, but all she says goes unheard. The man, uncaring of the events happening in front of him, draws back and throws the last apple. As it arcs through the air towards them, the second woman brings up her hand and points at the apple. A glowing orb of energy flies from her hand and strikes the apple, causing it to explode, raining bits of apple down on the road and building around them. Oh shit! The man's face changes, anger joined by fear, looking like he's trying to decide if running or attacking is the better course of action. The second woman has started chanting again, her hand glowing, her eyes narrowing. This woman steps in front of her, placing herself between her, love, and their attacker. She touches her face, gently stroking it while whispering calming words. A kiss, the woman's countenance changes. She calms, her eyes softening, her lips regaining the lost smile. The first woman smiles again as well and kisses the other. "Wizard scum," the man behind them says, and the two women turn to face him, staring him down defiantly. They join hands and begin walking again, moving past him without so much as a sideways glance. Wow. You see a key turn gently, steady, and hear a ghostly click at the door swings inward. Two figures slip in, locking the door behind them and beginning their crawl. Their hunt is efficient, and it takes them little time to acquire a sizable collection of documents and oddly shaped velvet pouches. Quick hands fill pockets, rucksacks, and bags. The door opens downstairs and everything freezes. Footsteps, a tired giggle. The thieves are all eye whites and a short breath as they empty their pockets of all but the necessities. Anything noisy hurriedly replace silence from downstairs, and then tentative steps up the staircase. A voice calls out. One thief creeps forward, the other gesticulating wildly for him to return. He continues forward, crouching by the banister. He sees a gaudy shoe and shoves. The woman falls with. He sees a gaudy shoe and shoves. The woman falls with a cut scream, rolling lifelessly to the floor below. Swearing, the second thief grabs her brother and they make their escape, collecting whatever value they can on their way out. Stealing. So if I steal anything, what happens? Let's quick save. Oh. Let's not do that. I didn't know that was bad. I mean, of course it's bad, but I didn't know they were gonna be like, let's die, bitch.
Right.
Die, bitch. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. You see a large crowd gathered in the middle of the courtyard. This man stands in the midst of them, a cloak pulled over his head, holding it close around his neck. The crowd congregated around the platform, and they all watch, transfixed as the man is led to the platform, flanked by the two city guardsmen. The man is shackled hand and foot, but carries himself as a nobleman, not deigning to even glance at the crowd. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Deigning? The cloaked man pulls his cover closer around his face and turns to leave, hunching over to avoid being seen. A crier on the platform unrolls in a parchment and begins to read, but the man pays no attention, intent on getting away from the courtyard. The crier's voice grows louder and more intense as he reads, and voice from the crowd starts to punctuate his sentences. The jeers and shouts grow more frequent, and with each one, the cloaked man flinches and his shoulders droop. He breaks from the crowd, coming to the edge of the courtyard as the cries reach the end of the proclamation. I can't read. The crowd grows silent again, save for the occasional shout. The man turns back to look at the platform, seeing his father kneeling before the block, neck exposed. The executioner moves into position, lifting his axe to strike. The man turns suddenly and unable to watch. There is a wet thunk, and the crowd breaks into cheers and applause. He leans against the wall, regaining his composure, then straightens up with obvious resolve. He strides off away from the crowd and his legacy. You see a pair of immaculately polished leather boots and impeccable maintained goatee. Their owner, a slightly hooked nose man with a wicked grin and narrow eye. He bobs his feathered hat at a nearby merchant as he ambles by. A small piece of parchment held tight in his fist, ink stainly in his fair fingers. He seems to know most of the merchants in the market, stopping to engage some, nodding at others, and even bartering for minor goods, with a select few always smiling, laughing, and exchanging jibes. He approaches a heavy-set Ruma, smile plastered stiff across his face, and jokes about the weather. She jokes back, steadily palming his several gold coins. When he walks away, the paper in his hand is gone, and the smile on his face far more genuine. He tips the cap at her, winking, and truddles off with a new spring in his step. Subtly palming him several gold coins. Palming him, does that mean giving it to him? What did he say?
Hey.
Hey. Dude, a lot of these are just like backstories. Right now I'm not giving a shit about. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working closely. Two bulging satchels they move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Hello.
Can we help you? Do you know this man? Nantan? Nantan? Who's Nantan? Oh, yes. I think we met at the Velwood. I warned him about the berry. Glad to see you made it. Was there something else you wanted? These two seem to be in a hurry. You two seem in good spirits for someone who lost a friend. That's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale before this happened. You two seem to be in a hurry. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place. That's all. It's cost me the greater part of my life, and now my husband, and I'm glad to be free of it. You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. She laughs. We're packing for a trip. Actually, I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and she looks at Naughton. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Is there anything you can tell me about Gilded Vale? She smiles wearily. Only that you'll want to be moving as soon as you can. You'll have seen the tree, I imagine, but the rot goes deeper. If you were looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. Leave. Hey, 16 copper. Yoink. Yoink.
Good day to you. Greetings.
Greetings. Greetings. Good day to you. Good greetings to you. Game paused. All right, you know what? I've been reading for like 2 hours. I'm gonna call it for now. So let's save the game. Save. What's it called when I save it? Save? Oh, it doesn't save because I didn't give it a title. Save 1. Save 1. Oh, they are saved. Alright, yep. I'm done for now. So, yeah. See y'all. Bye-bye.